The ocean, a vast and enigmatic realm, covering over 70% of our planet's surface. For millennia, it has captivated our imaginations, inspiring tales of wonder and terror in equal measure. We've explored its surface, charted its currents, yet the depths remain largely unknown, a hidden world teeming with life both familiar and utterly alien. In the cold, dark abyss, where sunlight fades to an inky black and pressure could crush a man-made vessel like a tin can, there exists a different kind of reality. It is a realm where creatures, unseen by most human eyes, navigate a world of perpetual twilight, their forms shaped by the unforgiving environment. In this series, we journey into the abyss with those who dare to venture into this alien landscape, deep-sea divers. These brave souls, driven by a thirst for knowledge and a passion for exploration, push the boundaries of human endurance to bring back tales from a world rarely glimpsed. But be warned, for the deep ocean is as unforgiving as it is beautiful. Their stories, captured on film and recounted here, are not for the faint of heart. From encounters with colossal creatures to brushes with death in the crushing depths, these tales will leave you breathless, questioning what truly lurks beneath the waves. For centuries, sailors whispered of colossal sea monsters, their tentacles capable of dragging ships and their crews to watery graves. These legends, often dismissed as mere folklore, took on a new life with the discovery of the giant squid, Architeuthis ducks. These elusive creatures, rarely observed in their natural habitat, can reach staggering sizes, their enormous eyes, the largest in the animal kingdom, perfectly adapted to the abyssal darkness. Our story takes us to the depths off the coast of Japan, where experienced deep-sea diver Dr. Tsunemi Kubodera dedicated years of his life to capturing the giant squid on film. Armed with submersibles equipped with high-definition cameras and baited with bioluminescent lures, Dr. Kubodera and his team descended into the inky blackness, hoping for a glimpse of the elusive creature. The pressure at these depths is immense, over 1,000 times that at the surface, testing the limits of both man and machine. Days turned into weeks with no sign of the giant squid. The team began to lose hope, the vastness of the ocean a constant reminder of the enormity of their task. Then, on a routine dive, a flicker of movement in the distance. A shape began to emerge from the gloom, its immense size dwarfing the submersible. Dr. Kubodera watched in awe as the giant squid, its tentacles reaching out like living ropes, approached the bait. Its skin, a mosaic of shimmering colors, rippled as it moved. Its colossal eye, cold and intelligent, seemed to lock onto the camera. The North Atlantic, a graveyard of ships lost to storms, war, and the unforgiving sea. Among the wrecks that litter the ocean floor, some hold a particular allure for divers: ghost ships. These vessels, often shrouded in legend and folklore, are said to be haunted by the spirits of those who perished on board. One such vessel lay entombed in the icy depths off the coast of Nova Scotia, the SS Orlova, a luxury liner that sank in a violent storm in 1912. Rumors of the Orlova being haunted had circulated among local fishermen for decades, tales of strange lights emanating from the wreck and disembodied voices carried on the wind. A team of experienced divers, led by the intrepid Captain Jack Murphy, set out to explore the Orlova, hoping to salvage valuable artifacts from the wreck. Murphy, a man who scoffed at ghost stories, saw the expedition as an opportunity to debunk the myths surrounding the ship and perhaps uncover some historical treasures. The dive team, equipped with powerful underwater lights and advanced communication systems, descended into the murky depths, their excitement tinged with a hint of apprehension. As they approached the Orlova, the wreck loomed before them, a ghostly silhouette against the dark ocean floor. The SS Orlova, once a symbol of luxury and opulence, now lay broken and decaying, reclaimed by the sea. As the divers navigated through the wreckage, a sense of unease settled upon them. The silence of the deep was broken only by the hiss of their breathing apparatus and the occasional creak of the ship's metal hull. Swimming through the ship's corridors, now home to schools of fish and strange bioluminescent creatures, the divers felt a palpable shift in atmosphere. The water seemed to grow colder, and a strange pressure built in their ears, distinct from the normal pressure changes experienced at depth. Captain Murphy, though outwardly dismissive of the crew's anxieties, couldn't shake the feeling that they were being watched. He could have sworn he saw a flicker of movement in the shadows at the edge of his lamp's beam, something that darted out of sight before he could get a clear look. As they ventured deeper into the wreck, they discovered the ship's grand ballroom, its once ornate chandeliers now draped in ghostly tendrils of seaweed. It was here that the strange occurrences intensified. The ocean floor is a labyrinth of hidden tunnels and caves carved by time and tide. For the intrepid diver, these underwater formations offer a glimpse into a world rarely seen by human eyes. But these dark and silent realms can also be treacherous, demanding respect and caution in equal measure. For one diver, the lure of the unknown proved irresistible. Venturing deep into a submerged cave system, he found himself navigating through narrow passages, the weight of the water pressing down from above. With each twist and turn, the cave seemed to tighten its grip, the walls closing in on all sides. Still, he pressed on, eager to uncover the secrets hidden within the Earth's embrace. But the ocean, it seems, had other plans. A low rumble echoed through the water, barely perceptible at first. Then with terrifying speed, the cave began to shake violently. Sediment billowed up from the bottom, obscuring the already limited visibility. The diver, caught in the throes of a cave collapse, found himself trapped. Panic surged through him, his heart pounding against his ribs like a drum. The water, once a source of tranquility, now felt oppressive, suffocating. He was alone, entombed in darkness, his air supply dwindling with each panicked breath. Time seemed to stand still as he struggled against the crushing weight of the rocks that now blocked his exit. His mind raced, desperately searching for a way out, a glimmer of hope in the suffocating darkness. With each passing moment, the situation grew more dire. The air inside the cave, now thick with sediment and his own exhaled breath, became difficult to draw into his lungs. Yet, amidst the terror and despair, a flicker of determination ignited within him. He would not succumb to the abyss. Summoning the last reserves of his strength, he searched frantically for a weakness in the rockslide, a way out of his watery tomb. His fingers, numb from the cold and the pressure, scrabbled against the unforgiving stone, a desperate search for salvation. And then, a miracle. A small opening, barely wide enough for his body, appeared in the debris. With a surge of adrenaline, he squeezed through the gap, pulling himself free from the collapsing cave and into the open water. Legends of lost civilizations swallowed by the sea have captivated humankind for centuries. Tales of once great cities now resting on the ocean floor, their secrets guarded by time and tide. For some, they are nothing more than myths and folklore, but for others, they are a tantalizing possibility. And for one diver, that possibility became a reality. Exploring a remote region of the ocean, he stumbled upon a sight that would take his breath away. The ruins of an ancient city, lost to the world for millennia. Stone columns eroded by the sea but still standing tall, reached up from the seabed. Foundations of buildings long since claimed by the ocean hinted at a once thriving metropolis. It was a scene of haunting beauty, a testament to the power of the sea and the impermanence of human civilization. As the diver descended further into the ruins, a sense of awe and unease washed over him. The silence of the underwater city was broken only by the sound of his own breathing and the gentle clinking of his equipment against the ancient stones. He felt like an intruder, trespassing on a sacred ground reclaimed by the sea. Fish darted in and out of the crumbling doorways, and rays glided effortlessly over the overgrown plazas. They seemed unperturbed by his presence, accustomed to the ghostly remnants of a civilization long gone. But there was something else down there, something that sent a shiver down his spine. Large, unblinking eyes seemed to follow his every move, peering out from the faces of statues half buried in the seabed. Guardians of the city, frozen in time, their expressions unreadable. He couldn't shake the feeling that he was being watched, that the city itself was aware of his presence. As the sun began to set, casting long shadows across the ruins, the diver knew it was time to leave. The city, beautiful and haunting as it was, held an unsettling energy. He had seen enough for one day, but as he turned to go, he felt a cold hand close around his wrist. His heart leaped into his throat, his blood turning to ice. He spun around, his dive light cutting through the murky water, expecting to come face to face with some monstrous denizen of the deep. But there was nothing there, just the cold, unforgiving grip on his wrist. And then, as quickly as it had appeared, it was gone. The diver, shaken to his core, left the lost city and didn't look back. The open ocean is a realm of both beauty and danger, where life exists in a delicate balance. For the apex predators of this underwater world, sharks, it is a hunting ground like no other. Their senses, honed by millions of years of evolution, allow them to detect the slightest movement, the faintest scent of prey from afar. For one diver, this primal dance between predator and prey was about to become all too real. He was exploring a remote reef, mesmerized by the kaleidoscope of colors and the abundance of life that surrounded him. Oblivious to the danger lurking beneath the surface, he swam further and further from the safety of the boat. The water was crystal clear, visibility seemingly endless. Schools of fish shimmered and danced around him, their scales catching the sunlight like 1,000 tiny mirrors. The diver felt a sense of peace, of oneness with the ocean and its inhabitants. But that peace was about to be shattered. A dark shape, sleek and powerful, emerged from the blue. Moving with lightning speed, it closed the distance between itself and the unsuspecting diver. A great white shark, the ocean's most formidable predator, had set its sights on him. The attack was swift and brutal. Teeth like razors sank into the diver's leg, sending a jolt of pain that ripped through his body. The water around him erupted in a flurry of bubbles and blood as the shark thrashed its massive head from side to side, attempting to tear its prey apart. The diver, his senses overwhelmed by shock and adrenaline, fought back with every ounce of strength he could muster. He punched and kicked, desperate to break free from the jaws of death. His screams, muffled by the water, went unanswered in the vastness of the ocean. Time seemed to stand still as the diver struggled for his life. The water around him, once so clear, was now stained crimson with his own blood. The shark, relentless in its attack, refused to relinquish its grip, but the diver's will to survive was strong. With a surge of adrenaline, he reached for his dive knife, his fingers closing around the cold steel handle. He plunged the blade deep into the shark's flesh, feeling it shudder as the pain coursed through its body. The shark, momentarily stunned by the counterattack, released its grip and retreated into the depths. The diver, battered and bleeding but alive, watched as the predator disappeared into the blue. He had survived a shark attack, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. The ocean depths, shrouded in perpetual darkness, hold countless mysteries. It is a realm where only the most adapted creatures can survive, a place where the pressure is crushing and the temperature hovers just above freezing. Here, in this alien world, a team of experienced divers descends into the abyss, their powerful lights cutting through the inky blackness. They are on a mission to explore a remote seamount, a submerged mountain teeming with life found nowhere else on Earth. As they descend deeper, the familiar shapes of fish and coral give way to bizarre and otherworldly creatures. Bioluminescent jellyfish pulse with an ethereal glow, their tentacles trailing like ghostly apparitions. Strange, elongated fish with oversized eyes drift past, their bodies perfectly adapted to the crushing pressure. The divers are mesmerized by the sheer alienness of this environment, but little do they know that they are about to encounter something truly extraordinary, something that will challenge their understanding of the natural world. The submersible's sonar picks up a large, unidentified object moving towards them. It is massive, far larger than any creature they have ever encountered before. The divers watch in awe and trepidation as the shadowy form slowly comes into view. It is unlike anything they have ever seen, a creature of immense size and power. Its body is long and serpentine, with rows of sharp teeth lining its gaping maw. Its eyes, huge and black, seem to pierce through the darkness, observing the divers with an unnerving intelligence. The creature circles the submersible, its movements slow and deliberate. The divers are transfixed, their minds struggling to comprehend what they are witnessing. Is it a new species of giant squid, a colossal deep-sea fish, or something else entirely, something unknown to science? As quickly as it appeared, the creature turns and disappears back into the darkness, leaving the divers shaken and bewildered. They have just witnessed a creature of the deep, a living testament to the vastness and mystery of the ocean. The encounter leaves the divers with more questions than answers. What was this enigmatic creature? Where did it come from? And what was it doing in this remote corner of the ocean? The experience has stayed with them, a chilling reminder of the unknown depths that lie beneath the waves. The footage they captured of the creature is blurry and inconclusive, but enough to pique the interest of marine biologists around the world. Could this be evidence of a new species of giant squid, or perhaps a surviving relic from a prehistoric age? The encounter serves as a stark reminder that we have only scratched the surface of what lies beneath the waves. The deep ocean remains one of the most unexplored frontiers on Earth, a place where creatures beyond our wildest imaginations may still lurk in the shadows. The divers return to the surface, forever changed by their experience. They have glimpsed the true depths of the ocean, and the incredible, terrifying creatures that call it home. For some, the ocean's depths hold an irresistible allure. Experienced divers, drawn to the thrill of exploration and the challenge of pushing boundaries, venture further and further into the abyss. But the deep is an unforgiving mistress, and its secrets are often guarded jealously. Mark Fleming was one such diver, a seasoned explorer with years of experience and a passion for uncovering the ocean's hidden wonders. He had faced his share of dangers, from treacherous currents to close encounters with sharks, but his love for the deep was unwavering. His latest expedition was his most ambitious yet, a solo dive to a remote shipwreck rumored to lie thousands of feet below the surface. The ship, a 19th-century merchant vessel lost at sea under mysterious circumstances, was said to be laden with valuable artifacts. Armed with cutting-edge equipment and unwavering determination, Mark embarked on his final dive, unaware that he was venturing into a realm from which he might never return. Mark's descent went smoothly, his dive lights cutting through the inky darkness as he plunged deeper into the abyss. The pressure built steadily, a constant reminder of the immense weight of water above him. He maintained contact with his support team on the surface, their voices a reassuring presence in the vast emptiness. As he approached the estimated depth of the shipwreck, his sonar picked up a faint outline on the seabed. Excitement surged through him. He had found it. Carefully maneuvering through the near-freezing water, Mark directed his dive lights toward the shadowy form, revealing the unmistakable silhouette of a sunken ship. He had done it. He had reached the wreck, but as he drew closer, a sense of unease settled over him. The water around the wreck seemed unusually cold, and an unnatural stillness hung in the air, as if the very ocean held its breath. Unaware of the danger lurking just ahead, Mark continued his approach, his fascination with the wreck overriding his instincts. Mark's messages to the surface became more infrequent, the gaps between them filled with static and silence. His support team, their anxiety growing with each passing minute, tried desperately to re-establish contact. Their calls met with an eerie silence. Days turned into weeks, and the search for Mark continued, but to no avail. His body was never recovered, and the circumstances surrounding his disappearance remain a mystery. The footage from his dive camera, recovered weeks later, provided no conclusive answers. Some speculate that he fell victim to equipment failure, a tragic but all too common occurrence in the unforgiving world of deep-sea diving. Others believe he may have encountered a sudden, catastrophic event, such as an underwater landslide or a rogue current, but whispers persist, fueled by the chilling final frames of his dive footage, showing a blurry, indistinct shape approaching the camera just before the feed cuts out. Had Mark stumbled upon something sinister in the depths? Something that had claimed the lives of the ship's crew all those years ago? The ocean, as always, holds its secrets close. Mark Fleming's final dive serves as a stark reminder of the price of curiosity and the unknowable depths that lie hidden beneath the waves. The ocean, a realm of vastness and mystery, holds countless stories within its depths. From breathtaking beauty to heart-stopping terror, the experiences of those who dare to explore its hidden corners reveal the awe-inspiring power and unpredictable nature of this watery world. These tales, passed down through generations of seafarers and adventurers, serve as a reminder of the delicate balance between humanity and the natural world. They urge us to approach the ocean with respect and humility, recognizing that we are but visitors in a realm far older and more powerful than ourselves. As we continue to explore the depths, we can only imagine what other wonders and horrors await discovery. The ocean's secrets are vast and often unforgiving, but for those brave enough to venture beneath the surface, the rewards can be life-changing. But let us never forget the lessons learned from those who have gone before us, for the ocean's embrace can be both alluring and deadly. The deep holds its secrets close, and sometimes it is best to leave them undisturbed. If you like more stories like this, make sure you like and subscribe. And here's another story for you, and see you next time.